Hi guys, I'm back with a new video and let's talk about Motelx 2022. So I'm kinda late with this one. Also, I'm sorry for the conditions. It's what I have right now, so I'm gonna have to work with it. And today I'm doing something different. Last year I did a recap of Motelx, but I did it in a way that I explained more of the festival. So if you want to know more about where it is, how it works, how to get there, just check out my last year's video. Today I'm focusing on the movies that I've watched, and I'm actually gonna do it in a different style. I'm gonna do it tier list style. I've never done this, so excuse me if it's not the best. And yeah, I guess let's get straight to it. So I have my computer right here. I have a tier list. I've pre-made this one, and my categories aren't the best. It's my first time, as I said, and I tried to go with what I felt for most films. So in the bottom we have boring. I don't think there's like a movie that I watched that is bad. They're just boring. Then a solid one, that would be like a 2.5 out of 5. Then we have entertaining, which is like, it's not the best film, but I was entertained. Then pretty basic, great, just a great film. And then we have mind-blowing, just a film that either I really liked it, it has like a great concept, it was like done in a really good way. So yeah, I think all of this is like self-explanatory. And yeah, if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I've watched 17 films in this year's festival. So yeah, this year I watched 17 films. I managed to do that mainly because I've got the press pass, as I've mentioned in my first vlog. Last year I think I watched like 9 films, which wasn't a lot compared to this year. One of the films that I watched was a rewatch, and actually one of the films that I've watched this year I watched twice. So technically I watched 18 films. I just watched one of them twice at the festival. So yeah, I have them here in order of that I watched. So the first film I watched was A Banquet. I mentioned that in my the first vlog, and I think that one is actually like a great film. So I'm gonna put it on great because I liked basically all of it. I really liked the atmosphere. It was a great way to start the festival. It was like really tense, and I liked the concept, the acting, visually it was really good. But then the ending wasn't the best. That's why it's not mind-blowing. I thought the ending was a little bit confusing. Apart from that, great film. Then we have Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. I have like a small review of it again in my first vlog, so I'm not gonna say a lot, but I thought it was entertaining. I didn't love it as much people, or like I know people either loved it or hated it. I was like in the middle. I liked it, but it's just not really my thing. So in the first day I watched those 2 films. Then the next day I watched Family Dinner. I think I'm gonna put it on solid because I thought it was pretty predictable, but I was like entertained. For the most part, I mean, I was interested, but then I thought it was so predictable. So sometimes I was bored. So I think it's like in between entertaining and boring. So it's solid film. It's not badly made, but just pretty average. Then we have Holy Spider, which that's definitely the solid one, definitely, because I liked it, but I just felt like it was just your run-of-the-mill thriller, investigation thriller, crime. It's based on a true story, yes, but yeah, it's a bit too long, and yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was like solid, just okay, nothing really special. I was, yeah, engaged, but yeah, basic at the same time. So those were the ones that I've watched on the second day. Third day, I watched Missing, and that one is boring. That's definitely my least favorite film of the festival, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I was really bored. Maybe I was just tired, but yeah, really boring. I don't really have anything else to say. Then I watched Ashkal, and this is an interesting one because I sort of liked it, but I also have a few problems with it. I think I'm gonna put it on the great tier though, because I love the concept. Visually, it's a beautiful film, it's like stunning, but it isn't really explained what happens. So, yeah, I felt like this is targeting, like, the target of this film is the people of the country. I think it's Turkey, if I'm not mistaken. And there's definitely culture stuff that I didn't get. So there's like a barrier there. So I wish they explained it a little bit more, but I liked like the concept and visually and yeah, everything else. So I think it's still a great film. Then watched Dark Glasses. I have a review on that as well. And I enjoyed it. I'm torn between entertaining and great. I think, although I did give it a 3.5, I think I'm gonna put it on entertaining because it's not like a super, like, it's not a mind-blowing film, obviously, because it's not in the mind-blowing category. It is pretty good, but it's mostly entertaining. It's just fun. It's easy to watch. So yeah, I think it's entertaining. So those were the ones that I watched that day. Next day, first film I've watched was Lesson in Murder. That one is difficult because I did give it a 3.5 out of 5 because I like it surprised me at the end, but I also felt like it was really long and it took a while to get somewhere. I was invested, yes, but I think I'm gonna put it on a solid film. Like, it has a good concept. I liked the acting. I liked a lot of it. I was invested, but at the same time, I did feel the runtime. What made me give it a higher score was definitely the ending, which I wasn't expecting. But I don't think it's super entertaining because it's a super long film. I think it has more than 2 hours. So yeah, it's a lot. And I don't think it's like great at the point of the other two films. So yeah, I think it's solid. So next we have Wolfkin. That one is easily like entertaining film. I don't think it's the best film, but it's different from most of the other films that I've watched. I've watched a bunch of investigating thrillers, like crime thrillers, and this one is a werewolf film, and it is pretty different than what I was expecting. But at the end of the day, it's pretty average, so I think it's like entertaining. It's not as fun as Bodies or Dark Glasses, but it's entertaining. And lastly, for that fourth day. Lastly, for that fourth day, I watched Silent Night. I know I'm so late with that one, but I thought that one was great or mind-blowing. I think it's great, but I really liked it as well. I'm gonna put it on great for now, but up until that point, that was definitely my favorite film of the festival. Sorry for the change of quality. I just ran out of battery in my other camera, and I really need to get this over with. So, as I was saying, Silent Night is a weird one because at the same time, like, it's funny, but you're also terrified with what's happening. I think it's super realistic and it's something that could definitely happen. The ending, some people had a problem with it, some people that I watched it with. I liked it, but I also thought, I mean, I've seen movies that did the same thing. I don't know if it works with this one, but yeah, I understand why they did what they did. It's definitely one that I loved, but I don't think it's like mind-blowing. Like mind-blowing, I can only like think of like 2 or 3, maybe 4 films that I watched that are mind-blowing. One of which is the next one. I'm gonna sound so biased here, but the next day, the only film that I've watched was Something in the Dirt, and you can expect a full-on review of this one when it gets closer to the release date, which I think it's November, so stay tuned for that. But if you wanna like know a sneak peek of my thoughts on it, it's definitely mind-blowing. And a lot of people compare this one to Under the Silver Lake. I did as well. Like, that was like my first thought as soon as I watched this film. This is the new Justin Benson, Harry Moorhead film. Personally, I wasn't aware of a lot of their other films. I watched VHS Viral. I've watched like Moon Knight. I think I've watched their episode on the Twilight Zone. So I've seen a few things, but recently I did watch The Endless, which I loved, by the way. And I love this one as well. To the point that the next day they showed this film again, and I went and watched it again. Like, I only watched this one in like my day 5th, I think. And on the next day, like, was the first film I've watched that day, was the only film that I watched on day 5, and was the first film I watched on day 6. So not even 24 hours later, I watched it again, and I did meet the directors, and they were like really nice. I was kind of awkward, but yeah, I'll leave some pictures here. I also filmed their Q&A, so if you are interested in that, I might add that one when I do a review of Something in the Dirt. But yeah, definitely mind-blowing, not for everyone, definitely. If you like Under the Silver Lake, I'm pretty sure you're gonna love this one. Yeah, it's really raw and indie, but ever since that day, I've got the urge to watch it again, multiple times actually. So yeah, so watch that one twice. And on the 6th day, like the second to last day, I watched Night Siren, and that one goes on the entertaining as well. I felt like that one was really similar to Wolfkin actually, because it's a different story, but it's not as different from other things that we've seen. It's beautifully shot, has like a nice story, I liked it, but it's not like anything really new. I also thought this was about mermaids, and it's not, so I was kind of disappointed with that, but yeah, it's definitely like a good film. Then I watched Unicorn Wars, and that one, I'm pretty torn between entertaining and solid, because in the beginning it's a super cute film and cute but messed up, but then it drags a little bit. I liked the ending though. I'm gonna put it on entertaining because I was in a rush to go watch the next film, which was Resurrection. I'll get into that. So I also was like not paying as much attention because I was just like, I need this one to get over with because the next film is starting. So yeah, that might have played a part on me not paying as much attention as I should. But I think most people will find it entertaining and endearing and kind of messed up at the same time. Yeah, it's an interesting one, definitely. And as I said, then I watched Resurrection. You know what I feel about this film. This is another like rewatch. I actually did a review on this one not long ago. I wasn't really planning on watching this one, but my sister wanted to watch it. I felt like she would like this one, and because I didn't hate it, I liked it. I thought, yeah, let's just go watch it again, and I actually gave it like a higher score. So right now it stands on a 4 out of 5, and I think I'm gonna put it on the mind-blowing because that ending is really mind-blowing. Everything that happens in the climax, it's like so unexpected. And yeah, a lot of this film is pretty wild, so I think it deserves to be on the mind-blowing category. Last day, I watched New Religion, and I'm gonna put that one on. It pains me to do this, but I'm gonna put it on the boring category. Definitely not as bad as Missing. It's just that, yeah, I didn't get it. It's a shame because the director was there and he was so happy to show his film, and he was there throughout the whole week of the festival. I think he watched all of the films, honestly. And yeah, I think he's a great director. The film looks stunning. He also edited the film. So I think he did a pretty good job with both things. But the story wasn't the best, or at least I just didn't get it. Maybe I wasn't in like the right mindset. I don't know, but I didn't really like it. And the last two films that I've watched at the festival were pretty great. Next one was Deadstream, and that one goes on the mind-blowing category as well. Deadstream and Something in the Dirt are tied for like my favorites that I've watched at the festival. Deadstream is pretty average in a way, but it's really effective, at least for me. It's a supernatural, like found footage YouTube style. So it's about a YouTuber that goes like spend the night in this haunted house, but it's also like a comedy, but it's scary at the same time. So yeah, and I'm really fascinated with anything to do with like YouTube and stuff. In a way, I felt like this was pretty similar to Spree, which I love. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's definitely not the best film ever. Like the prosthetics and stuff weren't the best, and because of that, at points I felt like they were gonna do something else. But it's like pretty like straightforward, and there's no like big twist to it. But it's fun, and I was scared, so that's the most important thing. Lastly, we have Speak No Evil, and Speak No Evil, I think I'm gonna put it on the mind-blowing category as well. I think I did like Silent Night more than Speak No Evil, just because I was expecting Speak No Evil to be truly terrifying and disturbing, and it is disturbing if you think about this situation and the fact that this could easily happen to someone. But I was expecting expecting a little bit more. I compared this to The Lodge, which I also watched at like Motelx back in 2019, I think. So I have a review on that as well. I think they are pretty similar. They're like they have an easy vibe, and they are pretty grounded. And that's what makes it terrifying. It's unrealistic, the whole thing is. So I think it's mind-blowing in that aspect. Although I did like Silent Night more, just because I think it affected me more. But on a story basis, I think Silent Night is more basic than Speak No Evil. So yeah, here it is, like my tier list of the films that I've watched at Motelx 2022. So all of the ones from entertaining up, like mind-blowing, great, entertaining, I do recommend all of those. The ones below that I don't really recommend. It's curious then most of those are like the crime thrillers. So I don't know what it says, but definitely the entertaining ones are more basic, and all the other ones like the great and mind-blowing tier I just really loved. So yeah, check out all of those as soon as you can. I know Banquet, Silent Night, Deadstream, Resurrection, and Speak No Evil are all available right now, either on Shudder or in other platforms. The only ones that I know aren't out yet is Something in the Dirt, and I don't think Ashkal is either. So stay tuned for those. I'll definitely give you like a full-on review on Something in the Dirt. But yeah, that's it from me. I hope you liked this like tier list version. If you didn't really like it, just let me know, and next year I'll do like a ranking video. If you want like a full-on review from any of these films, you know, I've done Resurrection, Bodies, 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 and Dark Glasses. And I'm gonna do Something in the Dirt. But if you want a full-on review from any of the other ones, just let me know in the comments, because I can do that. And yeah, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and I'll see you in my next video.